Good evening and welcome to the Rockefeller Oval here in Yonkers, New York, for this evening's game between the New Ohio Debonairs and our New York Haberdashers. At this time, we would like to introduce the starting lineup for the visiting New Ohio Debonairs. Batting first, the second baseman, number 15, Batting first, the second baseman, number 20, Turf Tamber. Batting second, the third baseman, number 5, Blithely Cartwheeling. Batting third, the shortstop, number 2, Jake Steakhouse. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 15, Ped Wingner. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 10, Loud Juice Kendrick. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 30, Carrick Burns. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 14, Dudley Zooncastle. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 24, Dimples Bugby. And batting ninth, the pitcher, number 35, Aubrey Bona. And let's take our hats off and wave them in the air. Here they come, your New York Haberdashers. Give them a good hoot and hollering as they take the field for tonight's game. The third baseman, number 46, Boob Jenner. The center fielder, number 11, Versi Moore. The first baseman, number 28, Moss Wertz. The left fielder, number 8, Stump Phillips. The second baseman, number 23, Trevor Knockmore. The right fielder, number 22, Joe Nelly. The shortstop, number 16, Stokely Hathaway. The catcher, number 19, Dip Hurls. And taking the mound, the starting pitcher for your New York Haberdashers, number 32, Beef Nuggets. Let's give our hats off and take our caps off for the Dashers as we play ball.
Hey, good evening to you all. My name is Scooch Closer. You're listening to Radio WJZ, New York's only home for Endless Sweat Jazz, and New York's only home for the New York Haberdashers and the Continental League Baseball. Got a great game for you tonight. As into town are the New Ohio Debonairs, currently first place, 16-5 coming into today's game. They face the New York Haberdashers, who are 11-10, 5 games back. We have reached the second quarter, if you want to keep track of that sort of thing, of this season. This is the second time these teams have faced off in a 3-game series. The first time, I believe the New York Haberdashers took 2 games from them. So that's probably the best that any team has done against the Debonairs. On the mound is Beef Nuggets. 3-1, 2.61 ERA, 19 strikeouts, so he is definitely the one that's game for it, and that is Jake Steakhouse hitting into a Fancy Dan to end the inning. Well, right away, that Fancy Dan brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan and their assortments of gelatin-based tonics, styling salves, sculpting epoxies, and other sort of hair-based treatments and elixirs. Because why be a Mitchell when you can be a Fancy Dan? Well, you've already had out number 1. That was Boob Jenner grounding that one out. On the mound for the Debonairs is the 2-2 Aubrey Bona. 8 strikeouts this season so far. A 3.12 ERA. His 6th start of the season, and he's going to give up a single to Versi Moore to right field. That's Dudley Zooncastle retrieving that one, and Moore is on with a single. This brings up Moss Wertz. First pitch is hit foul. Moss Wertz played for the Charleston Crows. Had a batting average of .451, and he's going to stay on this one. He is on with a, well, goodness me, I think it was a bit of a, well, we're going to call it a fielder's choice, as I believe it was, well, Moss Wertz is on with the single. I don't know what Versi Moore was doing, but he seemed to get caught up and was called out at second. I'm a bit confused by that. Stump Phillips, our cleanup hitter, is going to pop it up and out, so that will retire the side, stranding 1. And I'm a bit miffed by that. But Ped Wingner, cleanup batter for the Debonairs. Dangerous batsman, and you can see what he can do. He just launches that one to industry. for a home run, and it is 1-0 Debonairs with Ped Wigner's 9th home run of the season. He's batting .403, and he just hit that one straight to industry. Brought to you by industry brand colognes, perfumes, and fragrances. Loud Juice Kendrick hits it, not as far, but it's going to drop at the warning track. He's going to be on with a double. And we've got a bit of a chain of hits coming along for the Debonairs. This is something that the Haberdashers need to make sure they do not get rattled by. Carrick Burns does not make good contact with that one. It goes right to Boob Jenner. He makes the throw to Mossworth. It does, however, move Kendrick to third with one out. This is Dudley Zeuencastle. Zeuencastle batting .167 this season. He's only played in 14 games. He is a former Charleston Crow as well. And he's going to strike out looking, so that's a backwards K in your scorecards. And with 2 outs, it's Dimples Bugby. Right through the legs of Bugby. That's going to bring Kendrick home for 1 run. And make this a 2-0 game with an RBI single from the catcher, Dimples Bugby. Now to the pitcher spot, Aubrey Bona. That is RBI number 5 for Bugby this season. Bona's going to pop that one up on the first pitch. It's going to be in foul territory. Easily caught by Dip Hurls, and that will bring an end to the inning. So 2-run score off of 3 hits. A Ped Wigner home run brought to you by industry brand fragrances, colognes, and perfumes. Because why would you want to smell like anything if you could smell like industry? Found wherever smells are sold. Well, Trevor Knockmore is going to get things started with a single. He's batting 5th in the lineup, and he hits that one right straight to Carrick Burns in center field. He's on with a single to get things started. Batting .358 is Knockmore, leading the way to Joe Nelly, who's batting .286. And this is a rare start for Mr. Nelly, and he's going to pop that one up into the glove of Blithely cartwheeling. Quiney Jagoff given a rest day today. And that is Stokely Hathaway, who on the first pitch is going to pop that one up into shallow right field. Dudley Zeuencastle has it. That is out number 2. And here comes Dip Hurls, the catcher, batting .290 this season. Former Memphis Mud Pig, who's batting .460 as a Mud Pig in 15 games that he played. Goodness, he hit 5 home runs, 18 RBIs, and unfortunately he is going to pop that one up to Carrick Burns to end the inning. So after 2, it is still 2-0 in favor of the Debonairs. Back to the top of the order for the Debonairs. It is Turf Tamber. Had a 0-for-1. He hits that one foul, just barely dribbles over the first baseline for foul. 0-2 the count as that one is also foul. He's batting .359 coming into tonight. And he's going to end up walking after 4 straight balls pitched by Beef Nuggets. So fills up the count and walks him. Bring up Blithely cartwheeling. Had a single in the first. Hits that one high up into the air. As it got the distance, I don't know about that. It's going to be easy for Versi Moore to make the catch, and it looks like Tamber was on the run, so he had to trail back and go back to first base. Here's Jake Stakehouse. He hits to a double play in the first inning. Mashes that one foul. Stakehouse, another Memphis Mud Pig. He's hit 4 home runs this season so far, 15 RBIs. He's facing a 1-2 count. He's hit foul again. That one is high for ball 2. And he gets him looking. So that is strikeout number 2 for Beef Nuggets. That is strikeout number 21 on the season for him. And it brings up Ped Wigner, who had a home run, and he's going to hit on the very first pitch. It's going to be extra bases. It'll certainly be something batted in, I imagine. He's going to be sliding into second, not even sliding, but that is going to be an RBI double for Ped Wigner, and it's now 3-0 in favor of the Debonairs. It is RBI number 14 for Wigner. Loud Juice Kendrick's going to ground it out right to Boob Jenner and end of the inning. So switching sides, bottom of the third. It It is 3-0, thanks to an RBI double from Ped Wingner. Beef Nuggets, the pitcher, is the first to take the plate. His first at-bat. Batting 200 this season. Only 15 at-bats. But he's been batted home on 2 occasions. Unfortunately, he's going to ground that one out, and it's going to be out 1. Back to the top of the order. It's Boob Jenna. Boob Jenna 0 for 1 today. He's batting 359, so not a bad lead-off hitter as far as the batting order goes. Usually he's 5th in the lineup, but moving people around, and he's going to drop that one into shallow left field. He's going to be on with a single as Turf Tamba gets in front of it, and that is a man on base for the Haberdashers. Bring up Versi Moore. One home run, 1 RBI this season for him, and that's going to trail right past. It gets the Jake Steakhouse, but it is far enough to put him on first. So Versi Moore is on with a single, and he's 2 for 2 today. Here's Moss Wirtz. And it looks like he might just be hitting into a Fancy Dan to end the inning. So there goes the momentum for the Haberdashers. At the end of 3, it is still 3-0. That Fancy Dan double play brought to you by Fancy Dan for local products. Put more fop in your quaff with Fancy Dan. You're listening to Radio WJZ, New York's only home for endless sweat jazz. My name is Scooch Closer. This is New York Haberdashers baseball. And Kerrick Burns in the top of the 4th is going to pop that one out. And that will be out number 1. Bring up Dudley Zuencastle, who struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Big swing on that one. That is foul. Makes contact on that one, so 0-2 the count still. Bigger swing on that one. It goes even further, but still foul. 4 pitches on this at-bat. And gets him swinging, so that's a 2nd strikeout of Dudley Zuencastle, and the 3rd for Beef Nuggets this game. Beef Nuggets, a former Philadelphia Brown trouser, picked up in a trade that sent Murky Goodbar to the Brown Trousers in Philadelphia. And the Dashers knew they needed a lot of strong pitching this season, so Beef Nuggets is happily doing the job for that. That was Dimples Bugby grounding out to switch the sides. So Stump Phillips at the cleanup spot for the Haberdashers. With a big swing. He's batting 392 so far this season. 11 home runs, 20 RBIs. Leads the league in RBIs at the current time. And I believe he leads in hits as well. So he's going to ground that one out. But going into the 1/4 of the way through the season, he is leading the league in RBIs, which is just an astounding statistic, and shows why the Haberdashers are in the contention for, at least in some contention, to try to knock more grounds that one out. So Joe Nelly trying to keep it from being a 1-2-3 inning. Aubrey Bona would like that to happen. And he's going to go right to allow Juice Kendrick for a 1-2-3 inning. So that will do it for the 4th. Beef Nuggets taking the mound yet again. And it is Aubrey Bona, the pitcher spot, starting things off here in the top of the 5th. Big swing on that one. Beef Nuggets tends to go roughly 7 innings based on his innings pitched this season so far. And that's going to be out number 1. Going back to the top of the order, it's Turf Tamba. He walked his last at-bat. That takes strike 1. And that's going to be right to Joe Nelly, so that's going to be a single for Tamba. He's on with a single with 1 out. And that brings up Blithely Cartwheeling. 1 for 2 today. Ball 2 at this point. That is foul, so that is a 2-1 count. That is high up into the air. And into the glove of Stump Phillips. So that is out number 2. Keeps Tamba at first base. And bringing up Jake Steakhouse, who was 0 for 2 today.
Strike.
Big swing by Steakhouse for strike 1.
Just high.
And doesn't get good contact on that one. Goes right to Beef Nuggets. The throw to first is in time. So a 0 on the board for the Debonairs. And at the halfway point, we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 3-0. Haberdashers looking to get that first elusive run. And it's Stokely Hathaway. Big swing on the first one. Aubrey tends to go, looking at the statistics, he tends to go about 7 innings, I would say. Maybe 6 innings. And what a good leaping catch by Loud Juice Kendrick to get Stokely Hathaway out on that line out. Here is Dip Pearls. Dip Pearls is going to drop that one into the gap in center field. Running to it is Kerrick Burns, and Hurls is going to be on with a double. And now to the pitcher spot, Beef Nuggets, 1 out. Runner on second. And hits it right to not to Jake Steakhouse, excuse me, to Turf Tamba for out number 2. Back to the top of the order, it's Boob Jenna. Boob Jenna batting 359 going into this season. However, he is actually doing just as well when runners are in scoring position, as is the case now, with 364 with runners in scoring position. Big smash at that one. It's foul. 2-2 the count. He's really working the pitch count of Aubrey Bona this time. That is fills it up. 3-2. And he gets him looking to end the inning. So stranding Dip Hurls. And that will do it for the Haberdashers for the 5th inning. And we see once more Ped Wingner. Man, this batsman seems to just always have danger written all over him when he takes to the plate. How they get him out? And that gets a raucous cheer from the crowd as they know the danger of such a talented hitter. Goodness me, what was he doing on the Norfolk Court Hop? He should have been in the Continental League long by now. Loud Juice Kendrick popped it up into foul territory. So 2 outs. Here is Kerrick Burns, who's going to just dribble that one up the middle. So he's going to be on with a single, retrieved by Versi Moore. That's his first hit of the game. And Kerrick Burns is on with a single. 2 outs, and it's Dudley Zuencastle who's 0 for 2 today. Take strike 1. And he's going to send that one right up the middle, and it's going to move the runner to second base. Move Burns to second. Zuencastle is on for the first time today with a single, and it's now Dimples Bugby. He is responsible for 1 of the 3 runs today. He had an RBI single in the second that brought home Loud Juice Kendrick. But that's going to go right to Stokely Hathaway. Throw is right to Mossworth for the out, retiring the side and leaving 2 on. The defense is coming up where it needs to for the Dashers. However, the batting not necessarily where it needs to be. And Versi Moore takes 2 strikes right off the bat. Bottom of the 6th, he smashes that one. Is it going to drop in time? It is. That'll be an extra base hit for Versi Moore all the way to Dudley Zuencastle. He's going for 3. And they had to throw to a cutoff man. Well, it was very bold of him to do it. He is 3 for 3 today with a triple. That is Versi Moore's second triple this season. He's 3 for 3 today, and Moss Wirtz with no out. 2-0. The count. That is a 3rd ball. And he walks Moss Wirtz on 4 pitches. Well, Aubrey Bona seems to be a bit, well, he looks like he looks very focused, doesn't seem to be bothered by that. However, the Turf Tamba, that is going to be, well, it's a fancy Dan, but it does score the 1 run. So, Versi Moore gets home from 3rd, but it is a Fancy Dan double play brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more fop in your coif with Fancy Dan. Do try the sculpting epoxies, crimping powder, and of course hair lubricants. Why be a Mitchell when you can be a Fancy Dan? Trevor Knockmore flies that one out to Carrick Burns to retire the side. New York Haberdashers get one on the board. And it is now 3-1. Aubrey Bona up to the plate. It's 2-1. The count. That is fair right to Dip Earls. And that is out number one. So we go to the top of the order with Turf Tampa. The New Ohio Debonairs just has a way of stifling their opponents. Their fielding and their pitching just seem to work in tandem and just work like clockwork. When one is not up for it, the other usually is. And it's no surprise why they are 16-5 and easily leading the league. I think it is Pittsburgh who is, as blindly cartwheeling, hits it right towards. That is out number 3. Pittsburgh is currently in second place. They are 3 games behind them. And it just does not seem like there's been any team that can consistently beat them. Joe Nelly hits it high. Does he hit it far enough? To industry! Well, if all it takes is for me to say I don't know who can take it to the Debonairs, maybe that's what needs to happen. A home run for Joe Nelly, his first of the season. That is Stokely Hathaway going 0 for 3 today, popping that one up, and Carrick Burns retrieving it. Loud Juice Kendrick gets that one. Dip Earls hits it right to him. And we go to the pitcher spot. No, we will not. It will go to Hubie Guzel. So Beef Nuggets will go 7 innings, as is typically expected from him. And Guzel's going to hit it right to Tamba. And that will be it. So Ezemiah Denove will come in to pitch for the Haberdashers. Here in the top of the 8th, it is now a 3-2 game. And he faces Jake Steakhouse.
Strike. Strike. Outside.
Denove is 0-2 this season. 5.19 is his ERA. Has pitched 17 1/3 innings in his 10 games that he's made appearances in. Only 1 strikeout. He's not a strikeout pitcher. And you can see he's working the count. But he's going to get a strikeout. Jake Steakhouse swinging, and what a bad day for Jake Steakhouse. 0 for 4. Bring up Ped Wingner. It was an 8-pitch at-bat for Steakhouse. And Denove won that battle. 3-0 the count. Not the worst idea necessarily to pitch around Wingner. He's going to sky something. Is it far enough? It is to industry. He's done it again. Well, I thought that might not have had the distance. Unfortunately, it does sail over the wall for a home run, and it is 4-2. The Debonairs regain their 2-run lead thanks to Ped Wingner, his 2nd home run today, and that is number 10 for him on the season. Now Juice Kendrick gets it just past the diving glove of Stokely Hathaway, and that's going to trickle all the way to the wall. Versi Moore is going to get it. Kendrick's going to be on with a double. That's his 2nd hit for the day and his 2nd double. It's double number 8 for him on the season. And it's down to Carrick Burns, who had a single in his last at-bat. And diving onto it is Boob Jenna, but I don't think he's able to get to it in time. It's going to move the runner, so it's going to be a single for Carrick Burns. And it's runners on the corner for Dudley Zuencastle. Who will know the count? And that is going to drop for another run, and it is all falling apart for the Haberdashers this time. 5-2. Zuencastle is going to slide into 2nd, and he's going to bat in 2 runs. And it is now a 6-2 game in favor of the New Ohio Debonairs. So it is now That was RBI's 7 and 8 for Dudley Zooncastle. Dimple's Bugby pops that one high up in the air. It's going to be foul.
Fair ball.
That is a fair ball, and it gets the runner out at third. Good fielder's choice option. So 2 outs, no time for the fancy Dan double play, but it does bring us to Aubrey Bonup, who hits it right to the glove of, well, it was to Wirtz, who knocked it over to Knockmore. Gets it to Denove for out number 3. But 3 runs were scored. A home run from Ped Wingner and a 2-run double from Dudley Zooncastle makes it 6-2. And Aubrey Bonup will stay out in this game. He's only pitched 57 pitches. That is number 58 at the bottom of the 8th. So not much time left to come back into this one for the Haberdashers. As Boob Jenner pops that one out. This is Versi Moore, 3 for 3 today. And he hits it right to Turf Tamber. Throw to Kendrick for out number 2. And you just feel like it is not happening today for the Dashers. Mossworth hits that one. It's going to be dived onto by Turf Tamber, but he outruns it, so he's on with a single. That's the first hit for Mossworth. Well, I guess we could potentially call that second hit. He did hit that single in the first that resulted in an out when Versi Moore was called out at second, but that was more of a running error, I would perhaps say. I'm not really certain. Well, that's going to get, is it going to be in time? No, it is going to be right to Tamber, who throws it right to Kendrick and gets Phillips out. So we go to the top of the 9th. The Debonairs, as Aubrey Bonup has gone 8 innings. And it's Turf Tamber, top of the order for the Debonairs.
Outside. Just high.
That is high for ball 3. And swinging at it, but it's knocked right to Hathaway, and a throw in time to Wirtz. So Jenner deflected it right to the glove of Hathaway, who gets it right before Tamber's foot hits the bag. Glad the Cartwheeling doesn't make such of a production of it. He hits it right to Mossworth, who steps on the bag for out number 2. And we go to Jake Steakhouse. 0 for 4 today is Steakhouse. 2 strikeouts for him. Doesn't take a stab at ball 1. Smashes that one. Is it high and far enough? It doesn't look like it. I think reading it is Versi Moore. Yes, he gets it right before the warning track for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 9th. Down by 4, the New York Haberdashers have 3 outs in which to get the victory, or at least get extra innings. Aubrey Bonup is going to give up an opening single to Trevor Knockmore. And this is Joe Nelly. Interesting thing that picks Knockmore off of. First, it puts Quiney Jagoff on. And they're going to chase him down at third. He's in third. And that's going to move Nelly to second. So that's going to be a double for Nelly, moving Knockmore to third. And in comes pinch hitter for Stokely Hathaway, Gauze Blacksmith. Well, Blacksmith certainly knows how to hit them. He pops that one high up in the air. Is it going to be in play? No, it's foul. And oh my goodness, so he's going to, 1 run is going to score. It's going to be out at first for Gauze Blacksmith. And we head to Dip Hurls. Blacksmith is back in 378 this season. And that's going to bat home another run. So 6-4 with a single for Dip Hurls. Now we go to Ezemiah Denove, who is going to come out for foul ball Duncans. Foul ball Duncans hits it right to Jake Steakhouse. Throw to first for out number 2. And Boob Jenner represents the tying run. And in comes Bear Butts to get this final out for the Debonairs. And it goes right to Blythe Cartwheeling. 1 pitch, and the New Ohio Debonairs do it again. Well, I don't know what is going to stop the awesome power of Bear Butts. It is awe-inspiring. He comes in, he throws 1 pitch, and he can completely changes the game. But this day it was Aubrey Bonus day, going 8 2/3 innings. and the New Ohio Debonairs win. The final score, New Ohio 6 runs off 12 hits, the New York Haberdashers 4 runs off 11 hits. New Ohio will improve to 17-5 on the season. New York Haberdashers go back to 500, 11 wins, 11 losses. The win goes to Aubrey Boner. The save goes to Bear Butts for that one out that he got. That is actually save number. So Aubrey Boner is 2-2. Bear Butts, that is save number 8 for Mr. Bear Butts. Unbelievable. An absolutely astounding statistic. He just comes in and he cleans up the game, and before you know it, nothing can be done about it. Beef Nuggets gets the loss, gets credited with the loss. That he will drop him to, I believe, 3-2 on the season. And of course, we thank our sponsors at the Honeywee Tobacco Company for bringing us our finest dandies of the day. The Honeywee Tobacco Company, fresh hand-rolled cigarettes grown in the fabled tobacco fields of the Carolinas. They are good for any time, a doctor's visit, an office meeting, a power luncheon, perhaps, or perhaps even just a time when you are telling your children a good night bedtime story and you need to unwind for the evening. Nothing is more refreshing than smoking in bed. That is the belief of the Honeywee Tobacco Company, who wants you to enjoy their cigarettes at any time. The third finest dandy is Versi Moore, who went 3 for 4 today with a triple. Joe Nelly hit a home run, went 2 for 4 today. He is the second finest dandy, but the finest dandy of the day, without a doubt, is Ped Wingner, hitting 2 home runs, batting in 3 runs for the New Ohio Debonairs. He gets a free complimentary carton of honey wheat cigarettes. That's the Honeywee Tobacco Company humbly requesting that you smoke wheat every day. Well, that will do it for today's game, our broadcast. We go back to tomorrow with more of this game. Bonky Gorman taking the mound against Mule Wayner, who has been just lights-out pitching as well. 4-0 Mule Wayner, a rookie pitching sensation for the New Ohio Debonairs. They really have the pitching acumen, do they not? They really have found the best nursery league players and have really added them to their roster in outstanding fashion. They have really crafted an amazing team, these New Ohio Debonairs. But the New York Haberdashers will have to be up for it, and Bonky Gorman will take the mound in that one. And of course, in 2 days' time will be the third game of that series, where Rasmus Auctions taking on Catfish Hunter is the pitching, probable starting pitching matchup. But that is going to do it for us. We're going to go back to the Endless Wet Jazz here on Radio WJZ. My name is Scooch Closer. We'll see you next time. So hats off to you, and hats off to the Dashers.